Welcome to the Ansari stage, the Kava De-Juiced.
Excellent. Everybody go to this side. Good afternoon. My name is Collin Cole, and to my right, we have Cole Harter, Cole Kindall, and Chris Geiser. We are the co-founders of Kava De-Juiced. We're asking for a $1 million investment for a 20% equity stake in our company. By a show of hands, how many people here have heard of Kava or been in interaction with it? So we have a few people by show of hands. For those of you who don't know, Kava is a bush-like plant that grows a woody stalk which contains compounds known as kavalactones. These kavalactones help to relieve anxiety and sleep disorders. The largest regions for consumption currently are India and China, and the largest cultivation regions are the island of Fiji and the Solomon Islands. A quick overview of the current problem. The quality of kava depends on the final moisture content by volume, and it ranges between 8 to 12%. Above and below this region, the quality of the kavalactones is compromised and subsequently the overall market value of the finished product. Currently, farmers in these subtropic regions are using sun drying methods and or fire roasting methods to dry the root that's been pulled from the field. There is no controllability over this process, and furthermore, sun drying invites mold, and during 5 months out of the year, there is no sun to dry with. What our product does is it addresses an off-grid need for repeatable drying performance. Most of these farms are off-grid. They do not have a electrical system set up, so we've developed a product that utilizes a battery bank in conjunction with a solar panel to power off-grid drying. It can repeatably hit our target zone of 8 to 12% relative humidity by volume. And furthermore, it produces between 224 kilograms and 336 kilograms of very high quality kava per week. Let's take a quick look at the market. In 2018, the functional beverage market approached $100 billion. In 2016, $31.5 billion of kava sales took place. And in 2016, the island of Fiji produced nearly $6 billion of that market. 1 in 8 rural households on the islands of Fiji farm kava, and about 7 tons of kava is produced per acre in the region of Fiji. The MSRP for kava ranges from $85 to $175 a kilogram. However, Fijian kava is the most revered in the world and is typically on the higher end of the scale between $150 to $170 per kilogram. And now I will pass it over to Chris to explain our business model.
Thank you very much, Colin. My name is Chris. We're going over the use of funds as well as our projections for our business model. We'll be selling 2 products in total. We're a starter kit with $10,000. It contains 1 dryer box, the drying station, solar panel, battery bank with the controls, as well as a hot water storage container. The next thing we'll be selling is 1 dryer box itself, over $3,000. Each starter kit can hold up to 6 of those dryer boxes with a maximum margin of $25,000 per full unit. For the benefits of the actual product itself is 4 main categories. 1, it creates a high quality, high profitable kava that's able to be sold and also is safe for consumption. Secondly, it's extremely fast, about 3 times as faster than the traditional method that they are using. Thirdly, it creates an environment where the kava can be sustained as well as dried to a specific temperature. And lastly, it is a safe storage container to place the kava at night. For our competitors, the main things that we'll be having is the traditional methods. The 2 main methods used inside of Fiji to dry it is using hot metal plates just dried in the sun, as tradition has had it for over 1,000 years. Recently, during the monsoon season, they developed a way to dry it inside of a fire pit. Unfortunately, those fire pits, as well as the drying it in the sun, creates either mold or a smaller amount of yield. Our product itself creates about a 99% yield with only the cost of it increasing. Finally, for our starter kit as well as our dryer box itself, our margins will be about $2,400 for the starter kit and about $1,600 for the dryer box itself. Those margins will be used for development as well as shipping from the Reno area all the way to Fiji. We're using a large shipment container and put into small container boxes made out of wood. Each of these products can be only assembled with using 2 tools, 1 Phillips head screwdriver and an 18mm socket wrench. This is allowing them to drop it right on the farm, off grid, without any use of a power tool for them to assemble it. Finally, for our uses of funds, we have three main categories that we would like to use for our funds for. Firstly is going to be our company development, which is creating a strong packaging material, the material cost, as well as a product development and a product line for inside Reno. Lastly, or secondly, we'll be using our business administrations, which is our employee salaries and our legal fees. That's all I have time for. Thank you very much.
Questions?